welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy today. So let's pick up where we left off. If you haven't seen part 1, I cover all of the makeup, and this video, part 2, is going to be everything else. So now let's get into skincare, body care, fashion, lifestyle kind of stuff. We're gonna start with cleansers. Josie Maran Pineapple Enzyme Pore Clearing Cleanser. Anytime I use this, I swear my skin looks so fresh, so clear. I like to use this at night. I don't really love to use this in the morning. My skin type is combo, but it definitely leans more towards the dry side, especially in the winter. I definitely feel my skin a bit more dry. So that's just to let you know what kind of skin I have. I think this would work really great for honestly like all skin types. I think especially for oily skin. Like, I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say it because it is a foaming face wash, so it does leave me a little bit more dry than say like one of my other favorites, which is the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. This one is amazing. It's amazing. I like it better than the hydrating one, but at night, obviously, when I really want to give my skin a nice clearing of like the SPF, the dirt, the oils, the makeup, I love the Josie Maran one. It leaves your skin just so freaking fresh, and it does the job in like one go. There's sometimes where I have to go in maybe twice to really remove the perimeter makeup in the hairline and like down the neck and stuff like that, but this, I don't know, it just takes it away so nicely. And La Roche-Posay honestly is just like a constant go-to. Another one that definitely tugs at my heartstrings, this is, I don't even know if it's just this year, I think last year was when I got introduced to it, maybe the year before. It's the Paula's Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. This one's almost out. This one has salicylic acid. Just kind of busts through the skin in such a gentle manner, so I really love this one. The only thing now that I have discovered this Inky-less PHA toner is like, it does kind of have a little bit of a greasy film to it, like an oily film. I feel like I don't mind it because my skin is on the drier end, but I love how fresh this one makes my skin feel. It's more affordable. I swear it has really helped my skin. Like, I feel like it keeps my skin in check in such a gentle manner, even more gentle than the Paula's Choice one, because sometimes with the Paula's Choice, if I mix in another product, it would kind of start to give me those red cheeks, but it just worked so well with clearing up my face that I would continuously use it anyways. But now after, you know, using this, I mean, it's just so good and I'm completely out. And I love to use this day and night. Sometimes at night I will use an exfoliator that's a little bit more potent, so maybe I'll stay clear of that, but even when I use retinol, I use this because it's so gentle. Another favorite of mine is the NuFace, and I have a surprise for you guys, so definitely check out the comments below. Doing a little giveaway so you can experience the power lift of the NuFace. I swear it's not a gimmick. Everybody's like, does it really work? But if you're consistent with it, you really see the results. So that's the only thing. You have to have some self-discipline. Once you kind of complete like maybe a month of doing it every day, I kind of slow it down and do it like at least 3 to 5 times a week. 3 times a week really is like generally my thing. So the other days I'm exfoliating and I'm using retinol so that they really penetrate into my skin. But when I use the NuFace, I'm more kind of just like replenishing moisture. Like, I'll use more hydrating products after this. I love to use a steamer. This is from Vanity Planet, and you can find codes all the time for them. So never pay full price, okay? You can always find a code for Vanity Planet. And it just is so nice. It has these little like suction cups, so it literally will stay put. It just is like the finest little mist. I just sit there. It is so relaxing. I do like an exfoliating mask and I just sit there and I like let it do its thing. It's definitely a game changer for your at-home facials. I mean, even if you've gotten a facial before, you know that they always use steam to really like get into the pores, like to really get your face nice and moist so that it's easier to like bust through any blackheads, whiteheads, and really exfoliate. Like, your skin is just a little bit more tender and you can really get in there. This is the Josie Maran Beta Retinoid Pink Algae Serum. This has been so nice for my skin. As you can see, it is an oil, and I love to use this on the back of my hands. Women who are older, they're like, oh, make sure to use sunscreen, yes, but like don't forget your hands and your neck and your décolletage, because I think that's where you really see the signs of aging. Like your face can get injected and whatever, you know, but like your hands, like not so much. So I always apply this to the back of my hands, and then also obviously to my face. I love it. It's not irritating at all. Sometimes even use my Trenchanoan. I just get it from Mexico. Honestly, I'll moisturize incredibly well when I use Trenchanoan, and I'll still finish with this. I don't know if that's too extra. If anybody wants to chime into that routine, I mean, I don't know, but I've been really liking how my skin is looking. No irritation, no nothing, so it's been really working for me. Another serum that I love, this is the serum that I always like to reach for in the morning at least. This is the Niacinamide Dewdrops. Pumps out gel-like, it's really thin, almost like watery-like, but you can obviously feel the hydration in there, and it just gives the skin this really beautiful glow. I feel like niacinamide is another ingredient that really helps target like fine lines. One of my favorite ingredients I have come to realize as I've gotten older especially. Another one that I just have to mention because I've gone through so many tubs of this from like 2020 on. Oof. There was like a spider on me or a bug. Cosrx Snail Mucin all-in-one cream. It just it works really well with makeup. Like it's a nice primer because it's so lightweight, it's not going to disrupt anything, and it is extra hydrating. It literally is like snail slime. Like, look at this. Don't you go missing him now, girl. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. You gotta try it if you haven't already, and it's so affordable. Again, if you guys look for like derm store sales, $10 to $15, it is really affordable, and it is just like the best moisturizer, honestly. One that I just have to mention in this video, and I'll probably mention it in like 50 more videos to come, is the Ole Henriksen Transform Dewtopia 20% Acid Night Treatment. Now this is very new to me, okay? Like I just got it, what, like in November? Should probably be like a monthly favorite, not a yearly favorite, but the way it transformed my skin. And I know a lot of you guys have noticed I've been doing a lot of like really minimal makeup looks, and you can tell in my skin like how nice it looks. I did have like a little jump start mid-year. When did I do my PRP? Perhaps May or June. And it really did help me. I did 2 rounds of them. I did the PRP, and then I did another like micro needling session, and that really did help my skin. I have to give credit to those kind of professional treatments. But months rolled out and my skin was kind of like still, I felt a little bit dull, still very heavy with texture, and then I introduced honestly the PHA into my skin, and I started noticing the results. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's actually like busting through these like dead skin cells and now really revealing, you know, the smooth, brighter, like youthful looking skin. And then once I put this on, game over. Like it just shed everything, and it just revealed like my brightest, glowiest skin. Like I feel so confident now without makeup. It was always like the texture for me, and like honestly like some of the dark pigmentation, which I still have very lightly. I think the PRP really helped with that, but this as well is like helping kind of turn over those skin cells faster, and it's so good. You have to try this. If there's one product out of everything in this whole video, just try this. In conjunction with this, because it is quite strong, you're gonna feel a little tingly sensation, which always kind of scares me because my skin has experienced ultra sensitivity, like a little bit of rosacea, bumps and things like that that occurred from irritation or like over exfoliation. So I was a little nervous at first, but girl, the next day when I woke up and I saw my face, I was like, whoa, it like busted through all of those like little milias that I had on my forehead. It was so incredible. But whenever I use this, and even when I don't use this, honestly, I'll always use this at night. This is like my secret product that I've been using for ever since I got the PRP, to be honest. So early this year, got the Cicaplast Balm B5. It's called a soothing repairing balm, and because my skin was so tender when I did the PRP, they gave me Biafine, which is like this French repair balm essentially. It's supposed to help with like burn victims and stuff like that. And then I got this and I was like, oh, this is so nice for my skin. It's so hydrating. I look kind of scary, like it's kind of goes on white, but I don't care. I use it at night only. I feel like it really makes a difference in your skin. I would really recommend it, especially now in the winter if you are suffering from like chapped skin, especially if you live in a super cold climate or like a windy climate. Girl, you need this ASAP. Still use moisturizer, but just finish. This is like your nightcap, literally at night. The last step, and really layer it, like go on thick. Oh my gosh, you're gonna see such a difference in your hydration. Like I don't get those little fine lines anymore on my eyes. I just like everything, and like I take it down here too. Got yourself some little La Roche-Posay B5 baby Cicaplast. Okay, so now let's go into the shower section. These are the products that have just excited me the most when I go to shower. My skin, if you're ever wondering, I am so soft. Like my skin is so soft. I shave every day. I love to exfoliate. I put oils and butters and everything. So I'm big on body care, like super big on body care. My first product that I wanted to talk about is the Necessaire Body Exfoliant. Anytime I see this in my shower, I'm like, you just exfoliated yesterday. Give yourself a break, don't use it today, but I just love the scent of it. It's pretty gentle as well because it comes off with like that exfoliating texture, but once you apply it to your body, it just kind of suds out. Oh, but it's so good. The eucalyptus. I don't know if they have any other flavors, any other scents in this exfoliator, but the eucalyptus is it anyways. Like it is so good. Definitely one to kind of like bouge out on. I know there's other exfoliators. If you're looking for a drugstore one, I will say the one by Dove is so nice. It's a, you know, it's more creamy. It's definitely a different experience than this one, but I still really love the Dove one. It's like, yeah, more creamy, more whipped. It's very moisturizing. Another one that I love, okay, this Cetaphil. Nothing has hydrated my skin better than this in such a lightweight manner. Usually if I use a body butter, you know, you feel that thickness. I like to use body butters at night, but during the day, especially if I have to like squeeze into some jeans, I like to use this. It absorbs into the skin immediately, but it feels like you see your skin and it looks really healthy, and it's moisturized, it's not itchy, it doesn't feel like, you know, in 2 hours or whatever, like you're dry again at all. So it's really great. This one is Advanced Relief Lotion with Shea Butter, and it says for continuously dry, sensitive skin. At first I thought this was for your face, but I mean it could be, but I like to use it for my body. When I like to be a little bit more luminous and feel fancy, like if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna be showing off my legs or my shoulders, the Glossier one, and I love the scent of this. It has this really nice, it smells like a French baby. Like it just feels chic, but in like a soft powdery way. It does have like a little bit of shimmer, so it gives your skin a nice little glow. I would really recommend Body Hero, especially on the legs. Oh, it looks like you're wearing nylons, girl. Like it just gives you these like perfect legs. So I've been really loving to use tanning oils ever since this got introduced to me. So they sent this over and I was like, oh, I don't really tan that often, and I've been hooked. It's so pretty. It's so effortless too. I don't know if it's because it has like the oil already in it. Like it has argan oil, so you just shake it up, you put it into their mitt. I use, if anything, maybe it's their mitt that makes it really easy. You just apply it to the mitt and then you just go in. So this was like my gateway drug into like self tanners, and now I've been exploring other ones. I really love this one. It's still my number one. It's just really easy, which is what I love. And I didn't stain my sheets or anything, so it really works. And it makes a difference. Like my friends were like, oh my gosh, your legs look so good. And they're like, did you like tan? And it was this product, so we love it. So moving on to my favorite fragrances of the year. So I have two here that are just like favorites, all-time favorites every single year, and I think they always will be. So Glossier, I'm still a ambassador, I forget what they call us, for Glossier, a brand rep for Glossier. You can get 10% off using any Glossier links that I provide for you. So I get a $30 credit every month. If I don't know what to purchase, I always purchase this. I feel like it's a great price point. It's like $65. It's like my jeans and a t-shirt. It's just like my go-to fragrance for everyday things. It's not too overpowering. It literally feels like an extension of me, but I still, even though it's not overpowering, I still get the most. This is my most complimented fragrance ever. I always get compliments on this. They're like, what is that? Even though Glossier is pretty popular, it's still not as mainstream as those, you know, as these bigger brands. So I like that. I don't know. It's like the hipster in me, I guess. I'm like, oh, it's Glossier. Like, buy from me, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. But I love, love, love this one, and I always will. It's just one of those ones that it's like me and you together forever. And of course, YSL Libre. I get a lot of compliments on this one as well. If you haven't tried it, definitely pick up a sample or just trust me. It has vanilla, it has lavender, it has, I don't know, I just feel like a supermodel from the 90s. Like even the bottle is giving me that. Like when I put this on, I'm like, Cindy, Naomi, Linda, you know? I love it. And my next fragrance that I absolutely love and heavily use, as you can see, it's almost out and I'm so sad about it. Ever since I saw how low I was like, let me baby it because I don't want it to run out. This one is the vanilla, it's their vanilla one. I'm like, Vanille Incense, I don't know. It just smells, oh, if you like vanilla, obviously, but it is not in a artificial vanilla. Actually, all of the Atelier colognes are more on the natural end. Like this one says that it's 91% of ingredients of natural origin. So everything never smells like artificially sweet. I'm just like gonna spray some on me right now. Oh my god, it's so good. Very warm. To me, it feels very feminine. Like it just brings out this like sensual side of me, but not like sexy. It's just kind of like subtle and like still very everyday. Like I love to use this every day. I wore this pretty much every day when I was traveling in Mexico, and maybe that's why I love it so much, because it reminds me of those times. But yo, I was kind of like having my little soltera tour, and like every guy would be like, oh my gosh, you smell so amazing, like you smell so good. So if you want to track this, like there's this one fragrance on TikTok that like went viral, and I had to try it because I'm on my fragrance kick, and it's like a pheromone one. It stinks. Like it literally stinks. Like maybe it's gonna attract a man, but I was repelled myself. Like it's not good. This one will attract them, my friends, if that is what you're looking for, of course. We don't do it for the man, but if they come along for the ride, well, damn, you know? Number one product right here. I cannot live without this in my shower. This is the L'Oreal Wonder Water, 8-second Wonder Water Fat Mascara. Put me on. I love that podcast, by the way. I don't listen to it as often as I used to, but I have to shout them out because they put me onto this. And I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like exactly what I need. It's like the finishing touch. I go through like, you know, my whole hair washing routine. Shampoo, conditioner, rinse all of that out. And then this is like the last step in that routine. I put it on. I leave mine on for like at least a minute. And it's like all sectioned out for you so you can kind of see how much you can use, and I use quite a bit of it, and it has this like warming sensation when you apply it to your hair. You just massage it in, and then at the end I rinse it out with like cold water if I can manage. In the winter it's been hard, I'm not gonna lie. My hair is so shiny, my god. Whenever I didn't use this, I'm like, my hair is not hitting the same. I always get asked how I slick my hair. So I have a lot of baby hairs that I need to tame, and this is the one product that really does it for me. This sleeks my hair incredibly, and it doesn't make my hair flaky. Like it does if you start to move it around. It will flake on you, but if you just let it be, it doesn't have like a hard shell feeling to it, but it really keeps my baby hairs in place. It gives me a little bit of shine, as you can see. I used it today, and I've been using that for years, and I always need to have it in my little hair toolkit. Those are all of like the physical products that I have in front of me. Let's talk about fashion. So I really love Rent the Runway. This is actually from Rent the Runway. If you're the type to get really bored with your clothes, with your handbags, I love getting handbags from Rent the Runway because I feel like that really changes up an outfit. It really changes up like even my mood for the month. I'm gonna show you the one that I have right now because it's so cute. I love these bags. They're always so structural. They have stud. They have, this one is the one by, who is this one by? I already forgot. Nanushka, like just cool brands. And it just makes such a difference to your outfit. I love it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm sick of it. I can return it back. If I ever want to rent it again, I can. Or you can even buy them and they like give you an incredible discount. I would definitely recommend if you're the type to get really bored of stuff, but you also want to be very conscious of your spending, of, you know, still keeping like a minimal lifestyle. Rent the Runway is definitely the solution. They have so many cool lines now. I'm just so into clothes that I love the newness of like receiving something every month. It is kind of expensive, I will say, but to me it is worth it because you're getting like brand name stuff. Like this is like a $600 top, but you know, I only paid $100 and something for the month for this and 5 other items or 4 other items. So I think it's definitely worth it, and it's so cute. It just like elevates your stuff, and you know, especially when you mix it in with your existing like vintage clothes or your thrifted stuff, it just helps. Like that's why I love it. I feel like it just adds a little bit of like expensive taste, darling, to my wardrobe without needing to like consistently buy and then, you know, I get sick of it. So that's definitely been one of my favorites for the past couple years. I really love my cameras. It's like my favorite feeling to go get my film developed and seeing what I took that month or the past couple months. I love sharing with my friends. I know my friends really appreciate it as well. So it's a fun, I would say, to definitely, I know they're like very trendy and stuff, but it's honestly the funnest thing to do. I want to get better at taking photos, but I love it. I love this one. And I just picked it up on a whim. I'm gonna do another giveaway because I have so many film cameras where I'll do like kind of like Amy's favorite things, and I'll include one of the cameras because I have honestly so much that I don't need. So stay tuned for that giveaway, but I'm gonna do the new face one for this one. Some of my favorite music, honestly, my Spotify rewind like was so embarrassing. You would think I was like a gay man living in the 90s, which maybe I am. If you follow me on Spotify, I have a playlist called Pony Whip, and it was like my coffee in the morning. Like literally every morning in 2021, I would just be like in the shower listening to this like high energy playlist, and it's like all from like literally, if you've watched Night at the Roxbury, that is the music playlist. It's so fun though, and it really gets me going, and also like it just makes me feel sassy and like I'm walking down a runway. So, you know, I love that feeling. Bad Bunny and Britney Spears were like my top artist, and then it was like just a bunch of random artists from that playlist. So I really loved that. Books, The 7 Husbands. I know this is like on everybody's top list that I've been seeing, but truly I still think about those characters. Like that's when you know it's a powerful read, that I still think about those characters. Like damn, it moved me to tears. I was not okay for like a week. Just, I love books that make me feel something because I'm usually not super emotional. If anything, people tell me that I'm quite cold, and I'm not. I just like don't let anybody see like a super soft, vulnerable side, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm not like that, but I've been told, so I guess I'm gonna believe some of it. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, would highly recommend if you haven't dipped into it. And it's a good read. If you haven't read fiction in a while, or if you haven't read a book in a while, that one's a nice one to start with, because you're gonna be like, oh my god, okay, let's like keep going. I read a lot this year actually, which I'm really proud of. And also 151 or 121, I think it's 151 essays that will change the way you think. That one was like therapy to me. I did therapy this year for the first time, and I think that really helped initially just kind of like start this new way of thinking about myself, about like why I am the way that I am, you know, like just looking into childhood stuff where a lot of our beliefs stem from. and a lot of our value, like our self-worth, stems from. So it was really nice to go through therapy and then the book reiterating those things. It made sense. Like there was more of a click, like an aha moment. The Jessica Simpson memoir is incredible. I would really recommend to listen to it. So if you are like, I don't want to read, but I want to like get into books, get that Audible. Oh my god, it is so good. I literally would just sit there, and I never really do this. Like whenever I'm listening to a podcast or an Audible book, I always am doing something. Like I'm cleaning, I'm driving, I'm doing something. With Jessica Simpson's book, I would just plant myself on the couch and just listen, as it literally felt like a friend. I was just hanging out with Jess, and I'm like, oh my god, girl, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe John Mayer. I can't believe Nick Lachey. Those guys. I felt so strongly connected with her that I even went down a rabbit hole of like watching Newlyweds, and I went to Ashley Simpson, which has always been my girl. So yeah, I just went back a lot in 2021. I felt very nostalgic in 2021, but I'm looking forward to 2022. I just feel like, you know what, if we're gonna be in this situation, I feel like I put a lot of stuff on hold because of COVID, and I was like kind of letting it interfere with me and hanging out with people and everything, which I think is understandable because it is like, you know, you wanna be responsible. I'm just looking to make bold moves in 2022. Let me know what your overall feeling is for 2022. I would love to chat. I hope you guys have an immense amount of product recommendations and everything, all the things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for staying till the end. You are a real one, my friend. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing, or maybe I didn't say, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of giveaways in January because I meant to do it in December, but I always forgot. And so this one, new face, plus some other skin, I'm not gonna just give you a new face, some other skincare goodies up in there too. So look at the description box to see how to enter, and I will see you soon. Ciao.